What is good? What's good? I ain't drop like I seen a crazy vid. It's a Jubilee. We locking in. Watch this, y'all. This is one of the craziest videos you will see on the internet today. Okay, this is one of the most craziest Jubilees I've seen. Like, dude is getting jumped. Like, let's watch.
Just settlers from the 1500s.
Colonialists.
Yeah,
You
colonials.
don't look very Native American to me.
I am Native American. Whites are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry,
talking about?
you're not.
What are you talking about?
You're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
We're gonna skip to the sauce.
Imagine
and then I
being
get an
able to
ad.
build anything, for any reason,
Dang, bruh.
in any style, at any scale, just by thinking about it.
So when you say, are you okay that he's pro-crime? Sure, because you know what? We're changing
Donald Trump is pro-crime and pro-criminal.
the definition of what crime is, first and
You
foremost.
don't think stomping on police officers' heads is a crime?
I don't think it's no longer a relevant conversation anymore. You're
Really?
arguing. No, it's not, because
What?
what? Okay, have you seen the U.S. in the last 4 or 5 years?
Yes, I've
BLM
lived
protests.
there for a
Have you
while.
seen? Okay, I myself have been involved in these protests. I've seen egregious things that you couldn't even imagine.
He's
So
lying.
conservatives,
He didn't see
it's not
shit.
about that. It's about
about?
tribal warfare. That's where we're at in the U.S. I don't know where you're at in the U.K. You're from India, so I don't really.
I'm not from India.
Oh, you sorry. Your parents are from India.
Why
so
does he keep bringing black, bro? This guy's pissing me off, bro. Why does he keep bringing? Oh, because you're not from here. You should agree with how we want things to go. Like, what the heck?
I'm an American
you have
citizen.
your own state.
Oh my
I'm an American,
gosh.
You're an American citizen?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. I don't know how you
This
got
world
that,
is
but fair enough.
sick.
Here's the thing.
Are you an American citizen?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But here's the
Not
thing.
sure how you got that. Okay.
Born here.
Okay.
Born here, and my family lineage is settlers from the 1500s.
First of all, he was born here too. So y'all the same, right? Like,
Have some stake in the
Okay.
claim here, okay?
But you're
a little different.
But you're
than
a
yours.
descendant of immigrants, settlers,
I didn't know.
colonialists.
Yeah,
You don't
colonials.
look, you don't look
yeah.
very
You're not-
Native American.
there you go. Thank you. You're not Native American. You're not. Stop acting like you are. You're not indigenous. You're not Native American at all. Why do you keep telling yourself you should run the country that you're not even from yourself? You're not Indian. You're not Native.
I am Native American. Whites
not.
are Native Americans. What are you
Sorry.
talking?
What do you mean? What is he talking about? Bro, sometimes I just want to slap people, bro.
No.
What are you talking about?
You're not.
Whites are Native Americans.
And look at him clapping.
I think
What
you're-
was happening before?
Racist
the
I
people
think
clapping,
you're getting
bro.
confused with
I don't mind going on a tangent, but what was happening before the 1500s?
Calm down. I think you're getting.
What was happening before the 1500s?
There was indigenous people here that
Yeah.
came here from
Do you know
Asia.
what indigenous means?
Listen, before
Indigenous
America,
people
Let-
can't
you
come
let
from
me
somewhere
finish?
else.
Why do you ask a question if you're going to interrupt?
I'm not sure if you know what the meaning of indigenous means.
I do know what it means. It
Doesn't
means
sound
they
like it.
came here first, right? They came here from Asia by way of land bridge. Have an argument with Neil deGrasse Tyson or anybody else about that. I don't.
He's making stuff up. Oh my gosh, we're cooked, bro. We got millions of people like this guy right here. We're cooked. We need the media right now. And we just need to scrape off these type of people. Oh my gosh. We're cooked. Like, why are you so like, how do you think like this? And there's 20 more that think like this. How? Who raised you? The devil probably raised this dude to think like this, because he knows it's more destructive to the human race. Oh my gosh.
Is he an
I
American?
genuinely don't care. Yes, he is.
Okay, just
so
checking.
My point is, Okay?
Nothing to do with crime. So far, you've agreed with me that these people are
Because you're
criminals.
derailing, dude. I'm trying
You
to stay
literally
on track.
sat down and asked me where
no,
I'm from. I think you
I
derailed this
think you got
conversation from the
offended
get-go.
by that, but because
I'm
I'm
not
always
offended. I'm
curious,
just wondering what it
because
has to do with
I'm
crime.
always curious.
We're going to talk about
why-
immigration. Don't worry. Later on, you can come back.
I hope so.
Right now, you're doing a very bad job of making the case that he's not pro-crime
I just
and
got a
pro-criminal.
round of applause. I could probably get another one actually if I asked for it.
Wow.
So I don't think I'm doing
Is this how
as
you
bad.
get rounds of applause? You sit in a room with 20 people who agree with you. Wow, amazing. Amazing.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
I'm actually
20 people
glad
agree
you're
with
getting
you,
this
applauded you.
emotionally outraged right
Wow.
now. This is great.
I love it.
Do I have to say anything at this point, or are you just going
Please.
to keep going?
No, please.
Okay.
Make your claim.
Well, my claim is that I don't care if it's pro-crime. You want to go back to the topic of conversation?
That's fine. We agree then. He's pro-crime
But
and you
I have
don't
a
care.
question for you, though. Do you care on the opposite side of the spectrum?
Yes.
Do you care about law being administered
Yes.
to the opposite side of the
Yes.
spectrum?
I think
when they're
anyone
doing
who
the same?
assaults a police officer shouldn't be pardoned. I think that Donald Trump shouldn't have pardoned 9 Republican members of Congress who were convicted of crimes, and I don't think Joe
I don't
Biden should
think
commit.
you- I don't
think
think you
Democrats should
understand-
pardon Democrats.
Fair, but I don't
We
think
both
you
agree?
understand where we are in the U.S. then.
I think I do.
No, because you're
I think I do
arguing
this for
from
a
a
living.
position of like a U.S. that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
We're headed towards
so
tribal-
nihilism, no laws, nothing.
Oh, he wants that racist U.S., man. That's what he wants, bro. Look at his face. Look like some type of opossum.
It's about
Everyone's
not,
pro-crime.
It's not about that. It's that
That's
conservatives
convenient.
Hey.
listen, conservatives.
Hey, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit, bro, because we got a lot to watch today. Speed up a little bit.
For too long have been playing it safe. They've been playing by the law.
Really?
They've been
They've
playing
been
it by
playing
the
by the law?
Yes, they have.
Maybe you missed the Bush presidency.
Conservatives
Did you
are
live
so
here during the Bush
concerned-
years?
Conservatives are
Didn't
so
play by the
concerned.
law, George W.
Let me
Bush, nor did
finish.
Ronald Reagan.
Let's be respectful to you. Let me finish.
I'm not sure you've been that respectful, but okay.
I'm trying to bring it back. So let's
He's
focus.
not being,
Okay?
bro. I don't like this dude, bro. How do you take little jabs and start crying? Oh, let's be respectful. You're not respectful. Talking about some, he's not from here. That's not respectful. He was born here, raised here. You were born here, raised here. Y'all the same, right? Talking about some, what are you talking about? No, what are you talking about? Are you stupid? You trying to erase your history, your terrible history that you have, your lineage? Like, come on.
Conservative. Okay.
Really?
Let me tell you this. We do play it too safe. We've been playing it by the book for too long. At this point, gloves are off, right? The left has made their point. They're willing
Are
to
the
do...
police force in Washington the left?
Yes.
Why
Are you kidding me? The left? Are you insane?
Police officers.
Look at
Wow.
LA right here. You think those stand down?
You think the LAPD are a bunch of liberal Marxists?
No, but I
Really?
think they listen to liberal Marxists who tell them what to do.
okay.
I think they listen to who signs their paychecks at the
Can I
end of the
just
day.
check,
who are
because you're
liberal
doing lots
Marxists.
of little diversions. We both agree Donald Trump's pro-crime. You're just fine with it.
No,
Is that the position?
I don't
That's what
agree
you've said
with
so
your-
far
I
for
don't
about
agree with your
5 minutes.
I don't agree with your definition.
He's not
of
answering that
definition of crime.
question.
It doesn't
Stomping
matter.
on a police officer's head is not a crime.
He
That's your
don't
definition
even
of
know
crime.
the definition of crime. And he's talking about some, bro, oh my, this guy is a fool. He's a fool. He's a dummy. He's a dummy. He's a stupid. He just want to be racist and hide behind stupid rules. That's how I see it right now. Like, I don't really, like, understand how you can have this mindset right here.
Native American.
I am Native American.
If you say so.
So, going back to the topic at hand, we have different definitions of crime because you're
That's
talking
convenient.
about...
There's a
It's not
criminal
about-
code
it's
in
not
this
about
country.
what's
It's called a
convenient.
U.S. criminal code.
You know what? Let's focus
That's
on
what
what we
everyone
agree on.
focuses
I'm
on.
sure you and I actually agree on a lot
Do we
more than
agree
you
that
realize.
people shouldn't stomp on police officers' heads? Can we agree on that? If
I'm
you don't
not-
agree on that, then I really think this conversation is kind of
No,
pointless.
because first of all, you're saying what? That the police have the authority that they're given the...
He doesn't think stomping on somebody's head is a crime. This is amazing, man. This is sick.
authority. I don't accept the authority that's been
It's a
given by
very
liberal
conservative
Marx.
position.
I'm
I'm a conservative or pro-police.
Then you
Or
don't
we
know what a
redefine-
real... Hey, listen,
so
you're
we
in a room
redefine
with
crime.
juggernauts right now,
We
okay?
redefine
I'm telling you right now,
conservatives.
you are going to be blown
I
open
mean,
if you think
yeah,
that my
if we're gonna
position is
struggle with the
outright,
English
you
language
have
for the
no
next couple
idea
hours, then yeah,
what
we'll
you're up
struggle.
against right now, okay?
100%.
Yeah. Newsflash, the conservatives are liberal to me, okay? Neocons, libertarians, all those mainstream people, they might as well be leftists to me, okay? That's how far to the right I am. Do you understand my position? So when
I
you
kinda
say,
guessed it when you
you
sat
say, about obeying police, why would I give the authority to police? Do you know here in America?
Do you think Donald Trump should be
America?
pardoning 9 members of Congress
Do you
who
know
committed
who-
financial crimes?
Let
Are
me
you
see if I can remember
are you
his name right, because
pro-financial
it's so-
crime?
Do
Are you
know who
pro-financial crime?
Do you know
All
who
right,
Thomas
pause.
Timbo is?
Pause.
I think the people who clapped you have voted you out.
All right. Head back to your seat. You've been voted out by the majority.
Nice to meet you.
if you're going to be taking the MCAT soon, I'm going to put you onto this awesome free MCAT resource. Click the link on this video. It's going to take you to MCAT Bootcamp. Then
Bro, I don't care.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hey, so I'm going to be as respectful about this as possible, but the truth is your claim is completely bad faith. You do not care about being anti-crime. You yourself are pro-crime. Your side is pro-crime because you're a progressive.
How am I pro-crime?
So I'll give you an example, right? So your side, not Donald Trump, has passed a series of laws in California. Let's go with California. It's where we are right now. It's where I'm from. I don't know. Are you from California?
No.
Or? Okay. So in California, for example, the state legislature, completely progressive, just passed a law that limits sex offender registration.
California has a tier-based sex offender registry. Those who commit misdemeanors have to register for a minimum of 10 years, while those who commit more serious crimes have to register for 20 years in life. What? Misdemeanors have to register for a minimum of 10 years. Okay, I guess.
To 10 years. It was life before. That's pro-crime. The legislature in California, which is progressives again,
That tiny pincy wincy, bro, what?
the law that says the voter-induced three-strike law is no longer absolute.
California voters changed the state's three-strike rules in 2012, so the mandatory 25 to life sentence was only imposed on serious or violent offenders. In 2021, the legislator ordered a mandatory residencing for those with certain enhanced sentence. What the heck?
On 3 separate occasions. A judge now does not have to give them life. That's a progressive law. That is not. That is pro-crime. You support that, don't you?
I actually don't support sex offenders coming off a list. I think they should be on for life.
Okay, so you disagree with progressives.
What do you mean he supports
you
that?
You both agree that sex offending is a bad
Bro,
thing.
he's one guy. What the heck? He's not like bro, oh my gosh. This is hard to watch, dude. What do you mean he supports that? Why would anybody support that? Just because they passed that stupid law. Oh, that means you support that, right? You dumbass. Look at his head.
Especially child sex offending, right?
It seems like you and I agree on that.
I agree
the
on
legislature
that.
of California doesn't.
So I'm not here to debate the legislature of California. I'm here to debate
You're
Donald
progressive.
Trump being pro-crime.
But
And
you're
I'm saying that Donald Trump was friends with Ghislaine Maxwell. When Ghislaine Maxwell, who's the worst child sex trafficker of our lifetime, she's serving over 20. Do you know Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, she's actually not. Jeffrey Epstein's the worst sex trafficker.
He's dead. I'm talking about people alive right now.
It's interesting, though, you didn't use his name, right? Wouldn't he be the one who did this?
Oh, great. I'm glad you brought up Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein, before he died, did an interview with Michael
See,
Wolff.
all of them are just trying to like take him away from Donald Trump as a pro-crime and pro-criminal. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to just like, oh, he did this, he did that. Like stay on topic. Tell me why he's not. Like, this is crazy.
Tape. I don't know if you heard the tape. He says my closest friend was Donald Trump. I was his closest friend.
Epstein, I was Donald Trump's close friend for 10 years. Elon posted on X, time to drop the real bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. He's literally deleted the post. He's in the files. That's why he's not dropping the files, bro.
Epstein files. And Ghislaine Maxwell, who was the right-hand woman of Jeffrey Epstein, when she was on trial for child sex offending, which you and I are opposed to, Donald Trump stood up and said, good luck to her, I wish her well. So yeah, that makes him pro-crime and pro-criminal if he's being soft on child sex traffickers like Epstein.
No,
I'm saying he was friends. He was friends with Epstein. You haven't seen the videos? They danced together, partied together. Epstein said I was his closest friend.
He's not supported the pedophilia part. The only people supporting pedophilia
that's not
are the
true.
left.
Trump gave a speech about 20 years ago where he said Epstein's a great guy. He loves young women. A lot of them are very young. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, laugh, laugh. So yeah, I think he's pro-crime and pro-criminal.
So you think
and I think
he's
he's soft
pro-crime
on
for having
sex
a friend who's
offenders.
do you have any friends who are criminals?
Not that I know of. Certainly not child sex offenders. No, do you?
If it came, no, of course not.
Okay, so we're both in agreement again. So why are you defending Donald Trump?
If it came out tomorrow that one of your friends was a child sex
You know
trafficker,
what I'd do?
you'd stop being friends with him.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I wouldn't say-
And then I'd go on TV and I would say, oh, look, Mr. Hassan was friends with this guy 10 years ago. Therefore, he's
What if
pro-child
Mr.
sex
Hassan
trafficking.
said, I wish them well when they're on trial? Wouldn't you ever go at me for that?
You wish your
Wouldn't
friend
you
well
let-
on trial?
Yeah, child sex
Bro,
trafficking.
this dude knows that he used to mess with kids, bro. Look at his face, bro. I just want to slap people. We need Superman to pull up on stupid people like this guy, bro. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't wish someone well, but that's
Donald
your
Trump
gotcha.
did.
That's your gotcha.
It's a pretty
Is
big
that
gotcha.
He wished
Yeah,
a friend
pretty
well.
big gotcha.
Okay,
He
but
praised
see,
the- he
what
praised
you're really
the
trying
woman
to do
for
right now is you're
What
trying to
about
get
the
back
fact
to
that
Donald Trump on a
the fact
personal
that
level.
Elon
Let's
Musk
talk
says his
policy.
name is
What's his policy?
You want to talk policies?
Yes.
So when he left office in 2020, he left behind the highest murder rate for over 100 years.
He left
Between
behind the highest murder.
Yes.
That is the most bad.
According to the Brooks Institute, the murder rate increased 30% across U.S. cities in 2020. Their analysis found the spike was connected to local unemployment and school closure, low and income in areas during 20. Okay.
faith claim you
No,
could
no,
possibly
it's a
make.
fact from the CDC
and you know what?
data.
Here's why it's bad faith.
Can I finish the sentence and then you can come back in?
You're just lying to people. Donald
I'm
Trump.
lying? Can I finish the sentence?
Donald Trump does not cause the
Can I-
murder rate.
can I-
Murder is a state
Oh,
level
that's
crime.
hilarious.
Gavin
Conservatives
Newsom is
spend-
more responsible for the murder rate than Donald Trump is.
That's hilarious. So Donald Trump's not responsible for murder rate, but other politicians who are Democrats
Yes,
are.
because it's
Everyone
a state
gets to
level
your
law.
partisanship.
That's like saying no. That's like, no. I'll say Republicans are too.
Let's-
State governors who are soft on crime are the ones that are
Let me
responsible
finish
for
the
murder rates.
sentence. When Donald Trump left office in 2020, between 2019 and 2020, according to data from the CDC, from the FBI, from Pew Research, the 30% increase in the murder rate between 2019 and 2020. It was the single biggest jump in the murder rate since 1905.
And who's
So
doing
he's
who's doing the
pro-crime
murdering?
and
Aren't they
pro-criminal.
responsible? Who's doing the murdering?
The murderers.
So aren't they responsible
But why
for the
did it
murder
go up
rate?
on his watch?
What?
Why did it go up on his watch?
Gee,
He's
that's a
very
real
bad.
hard.
He's
That's a
very
real
bad
hard.
at fighting crime.
That's a
for
real hard one to
Republicans.
figure out, right? We shut down the whole economy during COVID. We told everyone they couldn't go out unless it was to violently protest. We told people that if a cop tries to arrest you, that cop's probably going to get charged with murder.
No, I think the pandemic had a lot to do with it. But
Right,
the
so
pandemic
did he
didn't
cause
finish
that?
in 2020.
What?
The pandemic didn't finish in
The dude, he talking about George Floyd? Bro, I'm starting to think y'all are not stupid. Y'all just evil people, bro. You're like, I'm just trying, like, y'all are evil people that want to use logic that has nothing to do with anything to back you up. Like, you guys are just evil, bro.
And that's why the murder rate
and
went
yet
up.
we're
The
going to
murder
play the
rate
what
went up
about game.
because of
You
all
guys
these
blame Joe
factors.
Biden for crime for years.
What Joe
For
Biden
years.
actively induces policies that
Tell
are
us some
pro-crime. I'm asking
So
you
does
Fake
Donald Trump.
sad.
name the policy
I'll
that's
name one right
pro-crime.
now. I'll name
Please,
one
I've
right
asked
now.
you for like 10 minutes.
I'll name
Please
one
do
right
that.
now. No, you haven't actually. You talked
What,
about California legislatures. He pardoned violent criminals
That's
who then went
not-
on
that's not a
to
policy.
commit
He
other
could-
crimes. You don't think releasing violent crimes into
A
the
pardon is
community?
a one-time thing. What's his policy
Do you know-
he has pushed? Name a law he has signed.
A pardon
What
is a
law has he
one-time
signed?
thing. A policy is not one-time
That's
thing.
like Jimmy Carter pardoned the
You
draft. No,
guys
listen.
may want to dodge January 6th, the pardons.
I'm not dodging that.
Then
Jimmy
deal with
Carter-
it. Did you
okay,
agree
I'm
with
gonna write
Do you
down.
agree with
Jimmy
them?
Carter
Do you
pardoned
agree with the
draft
pardons?
dodgers. Does that mean his
I don't-
policy was
I don't
no one has
support
to-
Jimmy Carter. Do you
Okay.
support the pardoning of people who went on to be prosecuted for sexually abusing a 7-year-old child, illegal gun possession, reckless homicide?
Now, see,
These are
there's
people
more
who
bad
released-
faith. See,
these are
there's
people
more
who
bad
released
faith.
from
He
prison.
didn't pardon someone for sexually abusing
No,
a
but
child.
they went
He
on to be
pardoned
convicted
someone
of it.
for
So
rebelling
that's-
against the government that they believed
No,
had
they-
rigged elections. That's what he pardoned them for. He didn't pardon them for sexual child abuse.
But they were criminals who committed those crimes. He let them out. So that means
Now,
the crime rate goes up.
so you say they're criminals because they did the crime, right?
Yeah.
Would you extend that to illegal immigrants, that they're all criminals because they committed a crime? I have a
No,
feeling your
the
position
Supreme Court. We're going to talk about immigration.
Someone who's illegally entered the United States, not a criminal, but
not
somebody who
according to the
illegally
Supreme
entered the
Court.
capital
Not
is.
according to the Supreme Court of the United States.
The Supreme Court has said that anyone who enters the United States
The
illegally
Supreme
is not a
Court,
criminal.
and we
What's
can
the case
jump
site?
to
Can I get the
future
case
claims.
site? Can I get the
We
case
can
site?
jump to 20. You want to get the case?
The case site, please.
You
You said the Supreme Court
The
said-
citation of the case.
Yes, that entering
It's
the United
called-
States illegally is not a crime.
It's called Arizona versus United States 2012. Go look it up.
Pause. You've been
On
voted
his
out by the
ass.
majority.
Thank
Please return
you.
to your seat.
Thank you, bro. One down, another down. Stupid ass. My boy on
When
the
it
road,
came
bro.
time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website.
Bro,
and
shut up,
Wix
dude.
was
I don't
perfect for that.
care.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you, sir?
Nice to meet you,
Nice
Mehdi.
to meet you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. I really just more want to get an understanding. When you say pro-criminal, what do you mean?
I mean that when confronted with people who've committed criminal acts, Donald Trump has been either soft on them, friendly with them, pardoned them, and of course, let's not forget, I mean, we've got 5 minutes left, I'm surprised it hasn't come up earlier. He's a convicted criminal himself sitting in the White House.
Okay, I want to make sure I
34
understand you correctly
Okay.
because I don't want to strawman you.
No,
You're saying
I appreciate that.
every time that he's been confronted,
Not every time. I didn't
most
say the
times,
words every time.
most times,
A lot of the time.
a lot of the times,
Yes.
he's leaned towards criminal activity.
I didn't say criminal activity. He has committed crimes.
Endorsed
He's
criminal.
been indicted for
Correct.
88 different criminal offenses in 4 different jurisdictions by
President Trump did face 88 criminal charges. A New York jury found guilty of 34 counts of false business records. Other charges were dropped after he won the re-election. He had to win that re-election so he don't go to jail. Crazy. We should have never had Kamala up there trying to fight this dude. Get a dude. No offense, but like we was not gonna win. Y'all are so dumb. Go find a new guy. We would definitely would have won that vote if we would have had not somebody that's not Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris already has haters. She has enough haters. Why would we want her as president? She was not gonna win. Like, my gosh, dude.
different grand juries. He was convicted himself on 34 different criminal offenses by a jury of his peers. But let's park that for a moment.
Okay.
Separate to his own crimes, when
Right.
confronted with the crimes of others, or the alleged crimes of others, for example, a Chinese crypto billionaire
Right,
called
right.
Justin Sun, who was being investigated for market manipulation, Trump dropped the case, invited him to the golf course,
Right, I get
invited
it.
him to
So
the White House,
plenty of
and the
examples,
guy
plenty of
invested
examples.
$70 million in Trump's
Okay, so
cryptocurrency.
what I want to ask you
That's
this.
pro-crime
Okay,
in my
so
view.
is it possible, because remember, the burden of proof's on you, right? You have to prove. Is it possible that all these things that he's done that supposedly make him pro-crime,
Yeah.
is there's another reason for the doing it? There's other justification. For
Oh,
example,
no,
let me give an example,
yeah,
and then you can
please.
rebut it. The J6.
Yes.
Is it possible that he could have done this
Yes.
to unite the country, to move past, to go to a new chapter? If it's even possible, I think you would have to admit that there's another possibility. Therefore, he's not pro-crime. At least in possibility.
So let me agree and disagree.
Yep, okay.
So I agree with you that the intent could be different. I don't think Donald Trump was sitting there saying, how can I increase the level of murders? Let me release some murderers.
Right.
I'm not saying he did that on January 6th. I don't think he was trying to unite the country. That's where we disagree. That's bullshit. In fact, he divided the country further. But intent doesn't really matter to my claim. If he's releasing violent criminals,
wait.
it
Intent doesn't matter?
No, he's pro-crime and pro-criminal.
No, but that's a big indictment to say pro-crime. That means
If I'm
he's
confronted,
for crime.
I'm confronted. Well, he is because I gave an
No.
example.
It could
Can I
be
finish?
possible.
I didn't
Okay, sorry,
interrupt you.
forgive me.
Your friend earlier, your ally, said, where has he done stuff that's increased the crime? I'm telling you, people have been pardoned who have been convicted on multiple other crimes. These people who we pardoned had previous criminal records. They were not just some folks chilling around go, we're against the takeover of our country, we're opposed to rebellion. A lot of these people were already hardened criminals, militia members. He looked at those people and said, you know what? They've been convicted in many cases by Republican judges, but I'm going to let them out. Yeah, that makes
can I
you
ask you a question?
pro-criminal.
Is it possible?
Very
Okay,
much so.
all I'm trying to-
And if Joe Biden had done it, you'd be attacking him.
Sure. Is it possible that their conviction was part of a plea? It's like, oh shit, I can't get out of this, so I got to take a plea deal.
Some of them, maybe.
A lot of them, maybe?
Others we saw with our own lying eyes on tape,
Okay,
battering police officers.
so I wanna
Did
eventually-
you watch live on January 6th? What happened?
To be completely honest, I'm pretty novice on this.
Okay.
I'm more trying to target. You're saying he's pro-crime. In my head,
I'm
just
saying-
thinking this
I've-
logically. Let me finish. If I can finish 1
please.
second. If thinking this, and there's a possibility that he might have had other reasons. For example, unifying the country.
Yep.
Next chapter, right? That could be the reason. Therefore, it's not pro-crime. There was other reasons. I'm just saying that's a possibility. And if that's
And I'm saying it's a possibility, but I'm saying it's irrelevant because if you're knowingly releasing violent criminals out into the community, pardoning, not just releasing, then yes, you are being pro-criminal. And I've interviewed police officers.
I don't
who
know
are-
about that
I've
case, but
interviewed police officers who have been assaulted, beaten, had to retire from the police office, broken bones.
Can I move really
Let me say
quick?
that.
Yeah, go
I'll
ahead.
finish very quickly. I've interviewed these police officers. They've been beaten by people who they've then seen walk off the streets and then carry on threatening them. Yes, when Donald Trump is responsible for that, you're definitely pro-crime.
Okay, I doubt
All
a lot
right,
of the sources,
pause.
but
Thank
Yeah,
you.
police
Look at
officers
him,
who testified were
dumbass.
assaulted.
You've been voted out.
Pack
by the
'em
majority.
up.
Please return to your
Next.
seat.
Thanks.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm gonna start with this loop that I made here.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Nice to meet you, Mehdi.
So you claim that your main claim is that Trump pardoned some people from January 6th. By the way, I was there. I saw it all firsthand. About a football field away. There's smoke in my eyes. Bloodied. It was a crazy day.
Were you convicted of any crimes?
No, of course not, because I didn't enter the building. Stay very peaceful. But your entire claim is that he
That's not
pardoned.
my entire claim.
Your bet's basically you keep bringing it up. All you do is bring it up.
Okay, I'll mention
Well,
some other
let me
people.
say this.
Are you okay with his pardoning of Paul Wolchak, who
Let me
stole money
bring
from
this
his
up.
employees?
You keep talking
or
about
9 former
pardoning.
members of Congress.
You
That's
keep
my
talking
claim.
about pardoning.
He keeps pardoning criminals. That makes him
You know who else
pro-criminal.
pardoned a big criminal?
Go on.
Hunter Biden was pardoned by his
Yeah, I
father.
think
He
he should've
did
done
crack
that.
cocaine,
He should've done
and he
that.
had hookers there too.
I'm with you all. I'm with you all.
But then why don't you claim that
check my
Biden?
Twitter.
Why don't you claim that
I
Biden
think Joe
is
Biden in that
pro-crime?
instance was pro-crime. He shouldn't have done it.
Well,
he
so
shouldn't
he
have
was
done it.
overall pro-crime
shouldn't have
just
done
because he did that
No,
one.
but Joe Biden didn't just. So if it was just the pardon, then you'd be fine. But I already mentioned there's also the fact that Joe Biden wasn't actually a convicted criminal in office. Trump has committed crimes. Trump hangs around with criminals. He spent much of the 80s hanging around with the New York mob. He hung around with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Well, that whole that's
I can keep going.
Jeffrey Epstein lived in West Palm Beach, the area, and that's the closest golf course you can go to.
Do you think-
And he's very,
do you think
very
Donald Trump
rich,
is in the
so
Epstein
he
files?
paid.
Retarded? Are you
As soon as Trump
retarded?
found out
Do you think
that-
Donald
Are you
Trump is
dumb or
innocent? No, you're
stupid?
not.
Like,
You're
which
asking
one?
why.
Let me explain this. He lived in the area in Mar-a-Lago, near Mar-a-Lago, so he bought, obviously, a ticket to go in there.
Yep.
As soon as Trump found out that Epstein had done all those bad things, immediate ban
That's
from
not true,
Mar-a-Lago.
but okay.
Immediate ban
That's
from
not
Mar-a-Lago.
true.
Yes, it is.
That's not
yes,
true.
it is.
In fact,
100%.
Ghislaine Maxwell recruited some of the.
A book called The Grifters Club allegedly Trump banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago for hitting on another member's daughter.
Also abuse from Mar-a-Lago.
So listen to this.
During a deposition, Virginia Gruffar said she was approached by Ghislaine Maxwell about giving messages to Epstein's while working as a spa attendant at Mar-a-Lago.
That's pretty outrageous, right?
Elon Musk tweeted that out in a fit of rage. Okay. Do you
Sometimes
really?
people tell the
think,
truth when they're angry.
Do you really
the
think,
truth comes out when people are angry sometimes.
So Cash
we
Patel,
might see that today.
Cash Patel literally said that Elon Musk had no access to the Epstein files. So
Cash Patel said that Epstein killed himself. Do you agree with that?
whatever he says goes. Then yeah, I don't care.
You do?
He knows more information than I do.
A lot of MAGA people are upset
He knows more
with Cash
information
Patel
than I do.
saying
But here's the actual claim.
Suddenly people are trying to vote you out because you said you agree with Cash Patel on Epstein.
He knows more
All
information
right,
than I do.
pause. That's time. Please return to your seat.
Good to meet you.
Yeah. Take care.
Surrounded is now a podcast, available wherever you listen. Search Surrounded.
Okay,
plug
I
in,
don't-
and
I
stay
don't-
part
I
of the
don't
conversation.
care.
Anywhere, anytime.
I'm much more interested in this. So
Yeah, absolutely.
How do we get to an autocracy?
I think, quite frankly, that if we are able to enact local
Who
leaders,
is the we,
or-
by the way?
I think, quite frankly, these far right conservatives sitting right around
White
me.
people?
Yeah.
No
Absolutely.
problem. So,
Well,
some
actually,
of you guys,
I have quite.
some of the people
I
in this
have
room
quite-
don't make the cut
no,
from what I can
actually,
see visually.
Actually,
Okay.
hold on for a moment. I do think that there are people who happen to not be white who do actually have history in this country and have roots in this country. For instance, from the Mexican-American War, we subsumed a lot of territory of people who have far stakes in this country who happen to be Hispanic or what have you.
Okay.
I'm for defending the traditional demographics of this country, which is majority white
So
and should stay that
How
way.
does the United States? I mean, we've gone so off topic, but how does the United States look like under your? Sorry, what's your name?
My name is my name's Connor. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Took a little bit of a doubt there.
Oh, well,
Saying, like,
I use
Connor-
a pseudonym online,
Fair enough.
but
Connor,
fair enough.
How would Connor's America look? What would it look like?
Well, quite frankly, I think we would deport people who shouldn't be here.
No, I didn't ask about
whether-
deporting. What does the government look like?
What does the government look like?
Yeah.
I would say, quite frankly, it's under a sort of benevolent leader such as
Where does he come
Franco.
from?
It could be a kind of aristocratic class. Could be someone.
No,
who-
What's the question? Donald Trump is defying the Constitution. He is, bro.
frankly, the people. I mean, we could hold a vote on it. Kings
So
for
isn't
pay-
that democracy?
Well, sure. You can have a vote to get to that
And
state.
then no more votes afterwards.
Absolutely.
Wow.
100%.
Wow. And if that autocrat kills you and your family, you're fine with that?
Well, I'm not going to be a part of the group that he kills because
How do
that's
you
the
know?
whole thing.
How do
Well,
you know?
Carl Schmitt
Autocrats
makes,
tend to
Carl
kill
ma-
everyone,
Carl
even their own
Schmitt makes
supporters.
this point very well in his work. It's the friend-enemy distinction, right? You
Carl
liberals,
Schmitt, the
you-
Nazi theoretician.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't care.
Are you
Who
a fan of
ca-
the Nazis?
I frankly don't care being called a Nazi at
I didn't
all.
say that. I
Doesn't
didn't
matter
actually
to
say
me.
that. I said, are you a fan of the Nazis?
Well, they persecuted the church a little bit. I'm not a fan of that. But
What about the
you know,
persecution of the Jews?
Well, I mean, I certainly don't support anyone's human dignity being assaulted. I'm a Catholic.
But
And
you
so
don't condemn Nazi persecution of the Jews?
I think that there was a little
He
bit
don't.
of persecution.
We
and stuff
may
like
have
that,
to
which
read
is
He
it.
bad.
doesn't
Because you're a little
care about the Nazis killing the Jews, dude. This guy needs to go. He's not a good guy. No matter how smart or logical you think you sound, you're a terrible person and you need to go, bruh. Like, oh my gosh. Why do we have so many people like this guy around? Like, dang.
All right, Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think
What
you
can
say
I
I'm a
say?
fascist.
Yeah,
Is
I
what you say? What can I say? Hey, I love Hitler. What can I say?
Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping just to get my set of where everyone
Because
is on this.
in
Because you know
during-
that millions of people are going to be watching you on YouTube and checking out
Yeah,
who the fascists
absolutely.
and the Nazis are.
I'm not ashamed of that whatsoever.
clearly you're not.
During the
Clearly you're not.
during the pre-war period, prior to World War II, it was only those parties that properly enacted the people's will. That's why they won. The conservatives were fat
Are
cats.
you
They were
in favor
aristocrats.
of,
They
are you in
didn't
favor
care.
of killing people who aren't like you?
Quite frankly, I'm not. If
You mentioned
they-
Franco earlier. Franco killed a lot of innocent people.
Oh well, he killed communists. He killed people who raped nuns and killed priests.
What about children who he killed and women who he killed?
What are you talking about? He never killed any women or children. He was Catholic.
He only
dude.
killed combatants. Is that what you're
Yeah,
claiming?
he only killed
Franco
combatants.
and his
The
forces
White
killed-
Terror was only
Killed or executed 150 people. That includes members of the Catholic clergy who were deemed either liberal or loyal to the Spanish Republic. Oh,
punishing those people who did acts of terrorism. And again, are you supporting like raping innocent women? Nuns, dude. Killing priests? I mean, priests don't brandish guns and kill
You
people.
just refuse to condemn the Nazi Holocaust, my friend. I don't think you're in a position to ask anyone any questions.
Yeah, like, why are you?
Don't care what you think about me. If I'm a Nazi
And
and
the
being a
feeling
Nazi
is mutual,
and
so-
being a Nazi means upholding human
Canada.
dignity, because I even believe in your dignity. I don't in
I
a state
don't-
that I was
with the
running.
greatest of
I wouldn't want
respect,
to. I wouldn't want to hurt
I
you
don't
or
debate.
anything like that. But
What are we
quite
doing here?
frankly,
I don't debate fascists.
okay. So do you concede then? I mean, why?
Do I concede you're a fascist who won't condemn the Nazis?
Yeah.
Yes, I concede that.
Okay, great. So I mean, what are we doing here?
He
'Cause-
won't condemn the Nazis, but you see, this is the fucking
you just seem
problem,
offended.
bro.
doing here,
You
to be
just seem offended, to be quite frankly. Like,
I'm offended by people who can't condemn the Nazis. Yes, I am.
okay. Well, I condemn the evils that they did, but I don't really
Against
care
the
about
Jews?
being. Yeah, sure. I don't care though about being called a
Yeah,
Nazi
sure.
is the whole thing.
I never called you a
I
Nazi.
care
You
about
called
doing
yourself
the right
a Nazi
thing.
and fascist and a General Franco
Well,
supporter.
yeah, I am a General Franco supporter. He was awesome. He was super cool, quite frankly. Because the whole
And you
thing.
don't believe in democracy.
I don't believe in
What
democracy.
are you doing here at a televised debate?
Because,
this is democracy. I want to debate and disagree.
because it is the means to support an end. The reason we have free speech now is because we want to be openly talking about our
Get
opinions.
this guy out of my face, bro.
How do you run a country without any kind of laws or due process? And by the way, you do care about it, because without the First Amendment, you wouldn't be sitting here.
Well, I agree with the First Amendment, and I think.
So do you
every
agree with
country-
Donald Trump's crackdown on the First Amendment? He's imprisoning people for their speech. He's threatening free speech media organizations. He's threatening peaceable assembly. These are all rights under the First Amendment. Why aren't you bothered by that as a conservative who claims to love the First Amendment?
So I don't like the First Amendment.
That
I like
bitch
free
just made me
speech.
mad.
Okay,
So
the First Amendment is what guarantees free speech.
It-
I'm
it
from the UK,
guarantees
by the way.
free speech.
I'm from the UK,
Yeah, you guys
which is
don't
a
have
democracy.
that.
We don't have the First
Yeah.
Amendment. No, that's one of the things I do like about the Constitution. I wish the UK did have a First Amendment.
So people
I'm a
that get
journalist.
arrested for praying outside abortion clinics
So-
and stuff like that, right?
So you're opposed to people being arrested for speech crimes, I assume.
well, it depends what.
See, these people are standing up for dumb stuff, bro. I don't know if they're stupid or they're just evil people, bro. I just can't tell no more. I want to get to the pink shirt guy because I've seen TikTok and they said, watch what this guy says. But let me get. Wow.
Hi, we're Charity Water. If we lost you at Charity, we get it. Give us a moment to change your mind.
Flag.
Okay, I
All
understand
right,
that, but
pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your
Nice
seat.
to meet you.
nice to meet you. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Eddie.
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you. All right, so first before I start, I need to know what you mean by good. I can talk about the economy, I can talk about culture.
What's the question? Immigrants overall are good for America. Yes, they are good for America. They make motion happen. But we just can't have too many. And we just can't have the ones that are illegal. Not illegal, but like the ones that are bringing drugs and anything bad into the country. We need to stop that type. But everyone that's here working with their family and doing good stuff, they need to stay here. Because America is not for anybody anymore. It's not for him. It's not for him. It's not for me. It's only for Native Americans to live at. Because they were here before we even, like, we acting like we claimed the land. Like they claimed the land because they discovered that people lived there already. Like, what are we doing?
I need to know what you mean.
All of them.
All of them.
I'm saying immigrants are good for the economy. They're good for
think lower
culture.
wages are
They're
good for
good
the
for
economy?
society. Where's the lower wages?
What do you mean, where's the lower wages?
Where are the lower wages?
Yeah, so you can
What's
look
the
at
basis for saying no lower wages?
Sure, so you can look at like the STEM industry. It's been in like a complete and total recession. There's been tons of studies like from the Economic Policy Institute that shows that like companies like Tesla, companies from like Silicon Valley, they engaged in mass firing of workers, around 35,000, but then they hired around 12,000 H-1B visas. And it's kind of just standard economic thinking.
It's not standard economic thinking. The vast majority of economists and economic studies suggest that there is a negligible, if no impact on wages over time
That's not-
from
that's just-
immigrants.
that's
In fact, your colleague mentioned earlier, construction, there is actually evidence in construction, yes. But in some industries, in some areas, there is an impact. But overall, no. In fact, a study from the National Bureau of Economic Research found that migrants since 1965 have raised wages
Who's that
and
by?
raised innovation.
Who's that by?
productivity. National Bureau of Economic Research.
No, hold on. That's where you publish studies. I'm asking
Yes,
for
I didn't
author.
memorize the names of the authors.
Yeah, I know you did.
Can
Right?
you
It's
give
from-
me the authors you've
Yeah,
got?
hold on. The study you're talking about is from Giovanni Perry, and what he did is he didn't account for aggregation issues, nor did
The
he.
vast majority
Hold
of
on, let
studies.
me speak,
Please.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So listen, he didn't account for aggregation issues, right? And when you look at like these spatial approaches, what all these economists use, you're not accounting for the fact that when immigrants come into an area, natives leave. If you look at an occupational approach, where you look at the specific firms that immigration is going into, like Kim, ETAL, 2013 did.
Why are you leaving for? You don't have to leave. So because you're leaving, that means they have to go? Nah, brother. Like y'all, like I think they just scared. It's all about protecting and keeping majority in the country white and not Mexican or not black or not like Asian. They want us to keep it a majority white. And it's slowly changing. They see it. That's why they want to push people out. And it's not even your country either. Like, why are you so, like, I don't understand.
And a net negative impact when there's a 10% increase of immigration, you find around a 0.5% decline in wages when it comes to the specific occupations they're going to.
So
all your studies are flawed.
So 0.5%, weigh that up against what I just mentioned from the Congressional Budget Office, which is a massive boost in GDP per head, which you're not counting for, massive increase in tax revenue, immigrants actually funding the deficits and debts by paying way more in taxes proportionately, including undocumented immigrants. And what's interesting about wages is, I'm in a room full of, I don't know what to call you anymore, conservatives, Republicans, fascists, I don't know. One of you has proudly said that. One of us proudly, correct. I'm in a room full of correct people, but do any of you actually care about wages? Because, for example,
I actually do,
For example,
right?
do you support raising the minimum wage?
Absolutely, and you can't do that when you're bringing all these people coming into
That's
your
not
country.
the reason the
Yes,
Republican
it
Party
is.
blocks the minimum wage. You think Republican politicians don't vote for an increase in minimum wage because they're worried about immigration.
Did I say I voted Republican? Did I say I voted Republican?
Well, I'm in a show that was called 25 far-right Republicans.
That doesn't mean I'm going to support every single Republican
candidate.
candidate.
So you and I, good. So you and I, let's agree. We both support raising the minimum wage. Yes?
100%.
$7.25 since 2009. It's lost 30% of its value.
100%.
If you care about wages, we should be raising the minimum wage in this country, not scapegoating migrants who aren't the cause of
Can I
low wages in
respond?
the country. You know who's causing low wages? Billionaires, millionaires,
and
people who won't pay fair wages to their wages, regardless of whether you are.
I ain't gonna lie, before he just said this, I was on the opposite side of, there's a lot of people, that's why wages is like, but like now it makes sense. These millionaires and billionaires do not pay their taxes, dude. They have all the money in the world, but they won't help the world. And this is sad, bruh.
Immigrant or
I
a native
get the
born
monologue right now. Let me respond.
You had
right?
one. You had one
No,
with your one study that had 0.5% impact. Go.
Yeah, and your study like sucked that you didn't even know who wrote it, right? So like, let's get back to the point,
because,
right?
Because I don't need
and
to
there it
know
goes
one study.
again. Yeah,
the
let's hear it.
majority of studies say that wages are not impacted
The
by
majority of your
migration over
studies
time.
are flawed. That's what I'm telling you.
My studies.
Right.
Neither of us are economists. It's the economist studies.
Don't assume who I am.
Are you an economist?
I could be.
But
right?
are you?
I could be.
Are you?
I'm not going to tell you.
Are you?
I'm going to
If
major
you're,
in economics.
bro,
right?
if you're not, then shut up and move on. What the hell are you talking about?
No, not right now.
Okay, so when I said neither is economist, I was correct.
Just don't assume.
To use your favorite word.
See here, dude, this is nothing of substance. You look at the red flags; they're coming up. Let me get
That's
to the
great,
point.
but
So
you're
when you
not an
talk about
economist.
when you talk about the CBO, one thing you're not accounting for here is that they're assuming an equilibrium, right? Do you know what that means? You shouldn't make these type of assumptions. You said earlier that unemployment.
Do I
was
know
like
what it means? I thought we're not doing assumptions.
Okay, hold on. You mentioned we were like at 4.2% unemployment. Yeah, that's counting people who have part-time jobs. That's counting
That's how
poverty
it's always
wages.
been counted.
Yeah,
I'm against poverty wages.
you
Can we
won't let
agree
me
again?
Yes. If you go to like the Logood Institute, they calculate it away where it's like functional unemployment. Okay. If you account for things like just people who make around $25,000 a year, people who have fallen out of the labor market, people who only work part-time, if you count all of those people together and then add on the unemployment, that's around 25% of the population. So when you go, we don't have jobs, we don't have people to do this, and that, and the other. No, yes, we do. Okay, we don't have a labor shortage. We have a good job shortage. And when you keep bringing these people in,
And
they're taking those jobs.
The good job shortage is the fault of big firms, employers. I'm an employer. I can
who
say
hires
that.
the immigrants?
Who hires the immigrants?
Yeah.
Employers.
Exactly. So
But
when you bring up
cause-
these big firms,
okay, so
that's the
let me
way
ask
that
you,
these
let me
wages
ask you
down.
a
You
question.
understand that, right?
So let me ask you a question. If you got rid of all immigrants coming in tomorrow, moratorium, you think that Republicans and employers of big firms would suddenly raise all the wages?
You notice
That's
how
what
you
you
didn't answer
believe.
what I said. You
That's
notice
what
how
you
there
believe.
was a complete. Your
That's
angles
what
were
you
right.
believe.
You pivoted the
That's
hell
what
away
you
from the
believe. Is that what you?
conversation.
I'm on
Are your
the subject.
angles okay?
Do you believe that wages? I'm just wondering how naive you are. You believe that the 1% will raise wages and the federal wage
They will
if
be
we
forced
stop
to.
immigration?
They will be forced to.
It's great
When you
being
increase
excited.
labor's relationship to capital, okay, and you give labor more bargaining power because you're
But this
tightening
is a
the
very
supply of
simplistic
labor.
understanding of economics because
Okay,
you're
explain I'm wrong.
I'm telling you how you're wrong. Because you're ignoring the fact that when immigrants come into an area, they spend money. They create jobs.
About 1/5 of their monthly income leaves the country.
That's a good thing also because you don't like USA foreign aid. So this is the point. They create
Don't
jobs. I
assume
came
that.
into this country. So far, every one of my assumptions about you has been correct. But listen to me. I am an immigrant. I'm speaking from personal experience.
Get the hell out.
I don't even like. I should get the hell out.
Yes.
He's,
Why?
all right, he
Because you come here and say all this bullshit
Why?
about how Americans are lazy.
Why?
You push your
What is he talking about? He snapped now. He snapped. He's showing his true side. He's angry. He rage baited him with the facts, bro. And now he's angry. Look at his face. Look at his nose.
I never said
politics.
Americans
I
are
don't know
lazy.
why you say this.
I never said Americans
yes,
are
you
lazy.
are.
The only
You're
person
saying
attacking
immigrants have to
people
come
is
into this country so they can do jobs that we don't want to do.
I
That's
never said
exactly
those
what you
words.
said.
When did I say?
Oh, really?
When
You
did I
didn't
say?
it?
That's not what he said. He didn't mention any of those things one time. Stop doing that, stupid ass computer. Dang.
We're on YouTube. Guys watching on YouTube, rewind to the time where I said immigrants are doing jobs we don't want to do. When did I say those words? Words
You
that
said-
came out of my mouth.
Okay, so why
I
do we
thought
have to bring
we're doing
immigrants?
assumptions,
Why do we have to bring in
All
immigrants to the
right,
country if we have
pause,
people who are going to do the jobs?
Pause. You've been voted out.
It's nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you.
You're gonna have to go.
Nice talking to you.
He's just racist. These people are just pure racist people, bro, and they want to act like they're not. Like, I don't understand.
You're going to have to go, bro, is what he said as I left to an American citizen. Good to know where you stand on immigration. It's not about immigration, is it? That's what it's not about.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Get out of here.
Hey, how you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Good to see you. How are you?
Not bad. So, what type of immigrants are we talking about?
What do you mean?
Like any immigrants or are
Immigrants. That's what I said. Immigrants.
That mustache says enough about him. Next. I'm not even going to hear him out, bro. Let's hear what my boy got to say right here.
Good to hear.
I'm a deferred action of childhood arrivals. I was an illegal immigrant myself. I came here when I was 10. I'm what you would call a legal alien now. I didn't have any say on my parents' choices.
Yes.
Do I think that they were well-meaning by wanting to bring me over for a better future? Absolutely. I believe that.
Yeah.
Did they break the law? Yes. Do I agree with people breaking the law? Not necessarily. Do I think that there's ever a situation where you can break the law for the better or the greater good? Immigration is it's an interesting issue because I do agree with you that
Good to hear.
everyone is an immigrant in the sense. Like, can you tell me a little bit more about your journey?
I've been here 10 years. I'm a proud American citizen. I'm a dual national. I'm British. I'm American. And I am an immigrant who's contributing to this country. So,
Yeah.
yes, I'm very much proud of America's immigrant heritage. I'm part of it. And despite what one of the other people said on the show earlier, yeah, everyone here, unless you're Native American,
All right,
is a descendant of
pause.
immigrants.
Sorry, you've been voted out.
course.
Please return to your seat.
Thank you, man.
Nice to meet
He
you.
didn't even get to say nothing. Why'd he get up there? I want him to make it.
How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Actually, a fan. I see you a lot on Piers Morgan.
Okay, thank you for watching.
Yeah. So, my argument is that Americans are what is a nation? A nation is a geographical location full of people who have some things in common. So I think some of the things typically in history are going to be like race, religion, ethnicity, language. These are some of the things that we have to have in common in order to.
I want that white girl to get up, bro. I want her to get up and sit down so I can see how she's thinking too. Like to see if we're not all insane, or like if she's really just like very, very racist, or like I just want to see it.
Actually have a functioning civilization, especially in self-government. I'm not necessarily a giant fan of self-government. I'm a Catholic nationalist. I'm not a fascist. You have to have at least some things in common in order to
Agreed.
actually have a civilization. And the immigrants, especially illegal immigrants that come into this country now, disrespect us. They hate everything that we believe. They don't even speak our language. I watched, after Trump got elected, I watched an interview of an illegal alien woman crying and about getting deported, and the entire interview was in Spanish. That is a spit in the face. It's disrespect. They don't care about us. They abuse our system.
So you've
and they
gone from a
abuse our-
teleological argument into just a bunch of series of wild,
Well, I'm
unsubstantiated
asking
claims.
you. Interview was in Spanish. That is a spit in the face. It's disrespect. They don't care about us. They abuse our system. And they-
How is that disrespectful that they had an interview in the language you don't know, and they're not talking about you?
Teleological argument into just a bunch of series of wild, unsubstantiated
Well, I'm asking
claims.
you, what is
well,
the-
I don't accept any of those claims.
Okay,
That they
what's
hate
the point
everything
of
we
a country?
stand for, and I don't accept. Well, I'm not going to deal with the teleology. I'm going to deal with the false claims that you
Okay,
made.
go ahead.
There's no. What's your basis for saying that all immigrants or all undocumented immigrants hate everything we stand for? It's funny that you said you're a Catholic nationalist. How did most Catholics get to America? Irish Catholics, Italian Catholics, immigration. Much of the people coming across the southern border are
Conquest.
Catholics.
Yeah, I know, I don't-
So it's
that's
really
not-
funny that you say you're a Catholic
Is there-
nationalist, but Catholics came to America via immigration.
Yeah, so there's
So immigration is good for America. You and I can agree. Otherwise, people of your faith wouldn't be here.
no. We were here on this side of the world, in this continent, from conquest. We came over here, and
But the
we,
big surges of numbers,
Okay.
as you well know, because you're a smart guy,
Yeah.
Italian, Irish immigration waves, Catholic immigration waves.
Okay, yeah, and I'm not
Are
even
you
claiming.
against those?
I'm not even
Were you
claiming.
against those if you were
well,
alive
I'm
then?
not even claiming that
'Cause a lot of
immigration
people
is
were against
bad.
those.
I'm not claiming immigration is bad. in
Look at
all
his
cases.
fade. Look at bruh's fade. Y'all want to talk about other things. Y'all want to get off sidetrack. Look at bruh's fade. That fade sucks, dude. He has a better fade than you, dude. What is this? What kind of fade is that, dude?
Times.
What is your
Just
My
saying,
claim is
man.
that immigration, especially now, and especially for foreign people that have nothing in common with us,
It's funny
is,
you say it's
is a
especially
negative
now.
thing.
I forgot
Yeah.
your name. My apologies.
Brian.
Brian.
Yeah, how many
in
peop-
every era there has been a Brian who says, "I'm not against immigration, just immigration now."
Okay.
This is what people said about Italians. It's what people said
That's
about Irish
unfortunate,
folks.
sorry.
Said about Russians, Poles, and now we're saying
Yeah,
about
why
people
should I
coming across
care
the southern
about
border because you're not being you're
Why
being a
are-
little disingenuous. Saying
okay.
I'm only against immigrants now. This is a trope.
that
This
disingenuous?
is because it's a trope that's been used by nativists throughout American history, and every wave of immigrants has come in and faced the same hate and animus and bigotry and lazy truth, and every wave of immigration has ultimately
Well, I think-
assimilated, integrated,
Here,
benefited the
let me
country. In
make
fact,
a-
assimilation right now, according to Jacob Victor from the University of Washington, assimilation rates based on language and citizenship and naturalization are higher now than 100 years ago.
Okay, let me make a statement first. I think that you, in
You
your own
ignored my statement, but okay.
you in your own person are a complete perfect example of why immigration is negative and why we shouldn't allow people
Wow.
who
Why?
don't have anything in
Why?
common with us. You're pro-abortion, you're pro-euthanasia, you're pro.
I'm
you're
pro-euthanasia? I thought
Yeah, you went. I've seen your stuff. You've defended euthanasia.
Pro-euthanasia?
Yeah, on Piers Morgan.
No, I've never discussed euthanasia
well,
with Piers Morgan in my
are
life.
you, okay, so my
He's
point-
making stuff up to get people on his side to win. You're not winning. You got glasses on, but you're not smart.
is that you don't agree
Actually,
with
I'm
the
the guy
founders of
here.
this country.
If anyone watching at home, I'm the only guy here who actually supports American values, democracy, free speech, the Constitution. I've
Yeah.
got folks here telling me
Why-
they don't believe in democracy.
why should-
The dude like, no. No.
Wait, why should we care about that? By the way,
Isn't that what America stands for? What does America
No,
stand
no,
for?
why-
So
why-
you hate what America stands for,
No,
not me.
I'm not even
And in
saying-
fact, all the studies show that immigrants actually are more
So
patriotic
the only reason,
than
the only,
native-born
re- the, only,
Americans.
the only reason why, yeah, that's the Mexicans in LA right now burning it down, waving Mexican flags.
LA's being burned
please,
down?
Please don't send us back to the country that we're waving the
I've
flag
been, I've been in
of.
LA for a few
Ooh.
days. I didn't see anything burned down.
Yeah, I know the
Where?
riots have ended. That's because Trump sent.
But if
in
it's
the-
burned
the
down, where's it all burned down? I haven't seen
They
it. I've
firebomb
traveled around all of
cars.
LA.
They
You said
firebomb
LA was
Wamos.
burned down. LA
Yeah,
is
it's a
500
figure
square
of
miles.
speech.
It's
Yeah,
not a figure
I'm
of speech.
saying-
It's
yeah, I'm
another
saying
false
that they're
claim of yours.
burning. No, they're burning
I support
buildings.
euthanasia. LA's burned to the ground.
Bro, just
Immigrants hate
relax,
what we stand
relax.
for.
Okay, so
I'm super
so
relaxed.
you're pro-abortion.
But you're just saying one
Where's
false thing after
no,
another.
so you're pro-abortion.
And I'm
right?
standing by my position. Immigrants are good
You're
for me.
pro-abortion. You're an immigrant.
I'm
Where's
pro
the-
Roe v. Wade.
Yeah,
Personally,
where-
I'm not pro-abortion. If you knew anything about me, you know.
Roe v. Wade is.
All right, pause. You've been
Get
voted
him
out.
out of there.
I was gonna say
Kwasia.
nice to meet you, Brian, but I guess not.
Oh, bro.
You made it.
Sit down. You win
Great to
already.
see you. My name is Cyrus.
Nice to meet you, Cyrus.
I am also son of 2 immigrants, came in legally. I'm also Persian descent,
Fantastic.
born in LA.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Tehrangelis.
Yes, yes. Well, I am mainly upset, not at the immigrants, legal or not. I'm mainly upset at Wall Street. I'm mainly upset at the
Same.
elites, the special
with
interests. They are the main reason why we've been having this issue since 1965. And I understand most want to do well. There are a few bad apples, we can agree.
Okay.
But we want to go after the elites. They are the main
I agree.
cause of the problem.
Love it.
And just
I'm
like
with you.
healthcare, trade,
I'm with you.
everything.
Did you
it's
know,
the-
Cyrus, that the top 1% dodge $163 billion in taxes every year, while undocumented people pay $100 billion in tax? So
Well,
I know.
The top 1% of earners dodge paying 160 bit what in tax payments every year? A separate report found undocumented immigrants paid 96 billion in federal, state, and bro, what is going on? Why are we paying for these bitch ass people, bro? Let them pay. These are the same people that go on yachts, have 50 yachts, and they're like, I'm not gonna help that homeless guy. That's basically how they are.
My anger is against.
There are issues with our tax system on the rich, but in a state like California, some taxes are too high. I used to live here, now I live in Las Vegas.
Different debate.
Okay,
I'm saying immigration is good for
depends
America.
on the
People
tax
like you and me overall are good for America, is what
okay,
I'm saying.
but it depends on how it's done.
Yes.
It depends on how it's
And
done.
how it's been done to
so
the US.
I'm not blaming the housing crisis on immigrants,
No, and you'd be
not
wrong
on
too.
wages,
And you'd be
but
wrong too.
in a state like California that doesn't build enough homes,
Yep.
and they're bringing immigrants in, you have to increase supply of housing.
agree.
Okay,
I agree.
but this is where our anger is at the political class.
I agree.
The Democrat Party used to have a different stance on immigration 15 years ago. Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton.
I'm not a fan of that. I'm not here to defend different Democrats. What I will say
Okay,
is
well,
that,
that's our anger.
What I will say is that everyone here actually does think immigration is good for America. Everyone here uses an iPhone designed by an immigrant, is on Gmail
Fair
designed
point.
by an immigrant, is watching
Look
a
at
YouTube
Rafe.
show.
But
this
They
is-
all came to a YouTube show.
Is that Rafe from Outer Banks?
Fair point, but that's
If it
a
wasn't for
tiny
an immigrant.
minority,
So
though.
you all love immigrants, whether you like it or not.
Okay, but it is a taboo subject. Should we be concerned about the demographics? So,
No.
Anglo-Saxon, European American, 0% of America, it doesn't matter.
Are they 0% of America?
Well, let's say if it becomes 0%, it should not worry.
They're not going to. Why you bring weird hypotheticals?
Well, but there has to. But I mean, they're still part of our country. There's culture. There's.
Yeah.
I mean, even Britain. Like,
I mean,
it
America's gone through
concerns me.
many
But
demographic
it
waves,
concerns
right?
me when Britain is changing,
Britain
and
is-
it's like they're
Britain's been
losing their
changing for
culture.
years.
But it's
Who said
losing
they're
their
losing
culture.
Who
Are
said
they?
so?
Are they going to try to?
I'm
what
from
are
the
they
UK.
gonna-
I'm telling you, no one's losing their
You-
culture in the UK.
London is going to be very little British in
Who
one
says
day.
so?
What's the plan? That's what we want to know. What's the
You
plan?
just made that up. Have you been
But
to London?
how do we know?
Cyrus, have you been to London?
No.
So then maybe you shouldn't comment on places you don't know anything about.
But what's the plan?
I grew up in London.
What's
London's
the
a very
general
British
plan?
city. I was in London a few weeks ago.
Okay.
It's a very British
I
city.
hope not. I understand that there are people in this audience that don't like me or you in
Yeah,
this
they
country,
want
and
us
I
to leave.
respect that. There's some that don't even want me to date a blonde woman. They want to keep to their own, or ginger or whatever. I respect that. But there has to be a deal made. There's Idaho, there's Montana. They can go live in a homogeneous society. I don't believe in force, okay? And I believe that there has to be a deal made. And I think there's upsides and downsides to
There is a
diversity.
deal made. People have elections. They vote for elections. And right now, there's Donald Trump in the White House. Not someone I support, but people voted for him.
Well, why did he get in mainly? Because we had
It's a big subject.
2016,
Not sure we have time to get into that.
2016,
There's a lot
Bernie
of reasons he got
Sanders.
in.
Okay.
Part of the reason he got in is that people in this room want people like me and you to leave, and they voted for him to try and make that
I'm not surprised. One of the Charlottesville marchers doesn't like me, and I've met those people, and I respect their views.
You really shouldn't.
Well,
Don't
they're wants.
Don't respect racists and fascists, is my advice to you.
Well, they have their preferences. You know, that's just we can't change that.
Actually, we can. That's why I tried to come in today, but anyways.
All right, that's time. Please return to your seat.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Good.
We need him, bro. We need
My final claim is that
a guy like this to become president, bro. If he was running instead of Kamala Harris or something, bro, I would vote for him. Like, come on.
Trump's plan for Gaza
Donald Trump's plan for Gaza is ethnic cleansing.
is ethnic cleansing.
I don't know. I don't understand too much about Gaza. Thank you. Get up.
Nice to meet you.
You too. So why do you say this is Donald Trump's plan? Why do you think that?
I mean, he says it's his plan. Have you seen his plan?
When
Have you
did
heard
he
his plan?
say it?
He said it standing next to Benjamin Netanyahu in January, February. He said it on Fox News in an interview on Fox. He said it on Air Force One when he was
He
chatting
said
to reporters.
word for word. What's an example of what he said?
Word for word, he said, for example, we're going to clean out the Gaza Strip. He said they're going to leave. We're going to take control of it. He says, we'll own it. I would own it. He says, I'm not sure under international law how he can own a foreign piece of land. And when he was asked on Fox News, the people, the Palestinians who are being forced to leave, would they be able to come back? He said, no, they wouldn't. That is the literal definition of ethnic cleansing, according to a UN definition
Why do you
of
think
ethnic
that
cleansing.
Trump is saying this? Do you think that he has some personal interest in cleansing Gaza, or do you think there might be some special interest group or perhaps religious or ethnic group that's, that maybe he received money from them and that's the whole reason why?
All right, so listen up. State Farm was trying to charge me $197 for car insurance. No, thank you.
He wants to cleanse Gaza, or why do you think that is?
I don't do Donald Trump's motivations. I really don't care. My claim is that what he's doing is ethnic cleansing.
Well,
do you agree with that?
I would actually, probably agree, but I'm just.
You agree that it's ethnic cleansing? You agree with doing ethnic
No,
cleansing?
I don't agree with it, but I agree
Okay,
that's
good to hear.
probably his plan. But I'm trying to figure out, why do you think that is? Because Donald Trump's a white man. He identifies as Christian. I'm not sure if he really is. But what interest does he have in preserving a Jewish ethno-state? Why would he have that?
It's a good question. You'd have to ask Donald Trump that
But
question.
you-
I've got
you don't-
multiple views.
you don't
I'm sure
think-
you have many views. I'm not sure I like where you're going with your views, but I think Donald Trump is definitely someone who's got financial interests in ethnic cleansing. He's got political interests. He loves the evangelical voters he get. A lot of Christian evangelicals like to support Israel because they think Jesus will come back if all the Jews are gathered in one place with no Palestinians. I think he's going to make money, he thinks, from beachfront property with Jared Kushner. He said something similar in the
You
past.
think that's the real reason?
I think there's multiple reasons, yeah. I think financial, geopolitical, ideological, evangelical. I don't care. My claim is that what he's doing is ethnic cleansing. Ethnic cleansing is a war crime according to the Fourth Geneva Convention.
Yeah, I agree.
It's against international law under the Rome Statute. So we shouldn't be part of that. The United States should not be supporting Donald Trump's plan for
I
ethnic
agree.
cleansing.
I agree.
Good.
What do you
Glad to be
think?
in
What do you
agreement.
think should be done instead with the Israel-Gaza situation? I'm not sure what your stance
I would like
is on
to see
this.
a ceasefire in
Ceasefire,
Gaza.
two-state
I would like to
solution
see. I
type
don't
thing.
really get into debates about what solutions. I would like to see an end to the killing. I would
Yeah.
like to see Gazans have freedom. I would like to see the Palestinians in Gaza somehow get their land back. 80% of Gaza right now is under Israeli military control or displacement. I would like to see freedom for the Palestinian people. I'm an American. To go back to the core of this show, I support American values. One person, one vote. Free speech.
It really is a religious and ethnic
It is
battle.
not
That's-
a religious battle.
Well, yes,
No, it's
that
not.
is what it's
No,
obviously
it's
between
not.
Jews and Muslims
No,
both
it's
want
not.
control of the Holy
No,
Land.
it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Actually, the
No,
founders
it's
of Israel
not.
were secular. They were not religious. Actually, I think some.
There were secular founders of Israel, and the founders of Zionist movement was atheists. The Israel Declaration of Independence includes a reference to the spiritual importance of the land to the Jews.
Some religious Jews, like Bezalel Smotrich, who's the Israeli government minister,
religious, it doesn't really
is
matter.
a religious
My point
fanatic.
is- my
but that
point
is
is-
no, the core of the conflict is over land. It's colonial.
It's
It's
fine.
historic. It is
Well,
not
yeah,
about
but
religion.
colonialism is for a reason.
That guy has
want to
two
steal
brain
land,
cells.
want everyone to-
The guy sitting right there, this guy, he has two brain cells. I don't know why he's like even there. He's not smart at all.
My point is, why are we sitting here? Why are we sitting here? It's like a false dichotomy where we have to argue, like, do Jews get Israel? Do Muslims get Israel? Why are like we?
I've never brought up anyone's religion.
How many of us
I didn't
here?
bring up anyone's religion,
How
you
many
did.
of us here are Christians?
I didn't bring up anyone's
trying
religion.
to pick sides between Jews and Muslims taking over Israel. Like, don't you think that
Hold on. First of all, I didn't bring up religion. Second of all, you know that a lot of Palestinians are Christian, right?
some of them?
You're just
Yeah, it's
reducing it to
very
Muslim
small.
versus
Well,
Jew.
it's majority Muslim. Yeah, it's very.
But there
small
are many
percentage.
prominent
Yeah, I agree.
Palestinian
Yeah,
Christians.
but there's not
So
that many.
so
of
it's
them,
not
yeah.
worth
So
reducing
it
everything
is.
to
Well,
religion.
it is the reason. Why do you think Iran is backing proxies that want to take over Gaza and back the terrorism in Gaza? It's obviously because they want to Muslim control of the land. You don't think that's why?
No, I don't think it's about religion.
Is it-
I've been following this conflict for decades. It's not about religion. People who say it's about religion, it's a distraction.
Well, it's a big part of it, I think.
I think it's become a big part of it. It's been weaponized by bad faith actors, sure. But I don't think that's
Well,
the core. The core is that one group of people are dominating another group of people.
What group of
It is
people
apartheid.
is it? But what group of people is dominating another group of people?
One ethnic group is dominating
What
another
ethnic group? What ethnic group?
Jewish people.
Yes, dominating.
Arabs.
Yes.
But I didn't say anything about Christian, Muslim, Jew in a religious sense.
Okay,
Jews
well-
defined as religion and ethnicity. You know that, right?
Well, why do you think that Muslims want control of the
I don't-
Holy
you
Land?
keep
Why
saying
do you think
Muslims.
that?
I didn't bring
why do
up
you think-
Muslims.
Well, they're Muslim states. Like, what do you think? Like Iran wants to do with
I
the
didn't bring
Holy
up
Land?
Iran.
But that's part of the conversation. What do you mean?
No,
Like,
it's not. The conversation is Donald Trump is doing ethnic cleansing, and you agree
Yeah,
with
but
me.
it's,
So I'm not sure why you're
but
still
it's
here,
part
to
of
be
the
honest.
it's part of the larger
It's
context
a weird
of the
debate when you
conversation.
actually agree with me.
What I was trying to say is we kind of have this false dichotomy here where we're trying to take the the side of the Gazans, which mostly it's a Muslim majority, or the side of the
sided human
Jews
beings who are
to
suffering.
try
I
to
sided
try
human beings who
to
are suffering. You should
decide
try it.
who
I
gets
want him
control over
next,
Israel.
bro. He needs to get on the chair next. All them faces he's making, bro. Talking about some. Like, you probably stupid too.
America is a majority Christian country. Should
I
we
said-
be deciding Christians should have control of the
I
Holy
agree. Donald
Land?
Trump should not, nothing to do with religion. Donald Trump should not be deciding what happens to Gaza. That's my claim. If you agree with me, great, let's shake hands. Give the seat to someone
so
who
are you
disagrees
saying,
with
do you
me.
think that America should just cut ties with Israel altogether?
What's your definition of cut ties?
Like stop funding them,
Yes,
stop being a
yes,
military
yes,
arm?
yes,
Okay,
I'm on
great.
record saying
Okay.
Yeah, we need to stop funding Israel. Stop funding Israel. They over there starting wars and being stupid. No! Why did he get the chair again? Why did he get the chair? Why y'all let this opossum in the face dude get the chair? Look his face. He's not gonna say nothing good.
First of all, I really thought that obviously where we started, where it ended up, there's a lot of aggression. I can see in your eyes there's a level of exhaustion from being here. This is where my empathy comes in. Where it doesn't.
Nah, he
is
can't.
when
He
you
can't
have a
read.
room full-
He's one of those type of people that like to like say stuff that is not true about. Like, he'll be like, I can see you're very angry. I can see you're very sad. I can see you're very this. When you're not. So that way he can feel comfortable to say whatever he wants about you. But I can see you're sad, man, and you have a big grin on your face. Well, and then he'll be like, so I'm gonna be this, and then it's like he a trigger type of dude, bro. I don't like this guy. He needs to go.
people that do agree with you, we have this opportunity to come together. And you're kind of mocking people when they do. So you mocked Sarah a little bit when you guys clearly had a common interest and goal to reach. So I can tell you're agitated. I want to bring that all down, please.
I'm guessing you're not going to, but let's see.
No, I'm going to. I do want to point out some contradictions. First and foremost, I don't believe you're pro-American in the value system that you claim to uphold, especially with free speech, if you're not willing to debate people that don't share your values. That's very
Do you believe
un-American.
Donald Trump's plan for Gaza is ethnic cleansing?
Thank
I
you.
ordered 200
Get to the
hand
point.
drives to my
Thank you.
dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
Thank you. Get to the point,
I don't
bro.
believe it's ethnic cleansing, but I because it's not his plan.
It is his plan. He said it's my plan.
No, he's
Benjamin Netanyahu called it his plan.
He is obeying someone else's plan.
Okay.
I'm
Who is he obeying?
He is obeying Israel's plan for the Greater Israel Project, of which this is one of those things that we can agree on.
Why is he doing
We're
it?
not. Why is he doing that? I don't know. Maybe they have something on him. Maybe they have something on all
But
Americans.
you think it's a bad thing what he's doing?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
No.
Glad
That's
to
why,
agree with
but
you.
See, I don't want to shut
I'm
down
not
the
mocking you, I'm
conversation.
agreeing with you.
Okay, perfect. But I want to take this opportunity because I don't know if I'm going to get the opportunity again to say you're not American. First and foremost, you're not.
Remember when I said
You're not American either. Why? So that's what you came back for. We're not talking about that. Like he's really like we're not talking about that no more. Why are you still talking about if he's American or not? They're not talking about that, bro.
Agitation from you is not going to be lower.
What I'm saying,
you came
though-
to lower the temperature
No,
and then
I know,
make
but
racist
listen,
remarks. You know that's a racist remark.
It's not racist.
That is racist.
But okay, perfect. You just proved your own point.
Shawn
You said
Michaels?
that was a racist position. Earlier, you argued this contention that America has no race. It's a bunch of immigrants that culminate together.
Never said America has no race.
You inferred it. You absolutely did. So now you're saying it's racist for me to take an American nationalist approach. You're
What
kind
is
of
an American national approach? Is that a white approach?
I think it's a white nativist approach. Of course,
Only
absolutely.
Americans are white
Why
people.
did your parents
So
immigrate
Americans
from
are
India?
only white people.
Why did your parents immigrate from India to the UK?
Because the UK colonized and conquered India.
Okay, why did you immigrate to America?
Because many reasons.
Okay, all opportunity. There's
That's not
opportunity.
true. You don't know.
The accent. Your accent is an afflect of white Anglo-Saxon.
You know there are 50 million Americans in this country.
I understand, but
none of them are Americans in your view.
What I'm trying to get you to do to reach a common ground here.
We're not going to reach a common ground because you said I'm not American.
Please try.
I don't think you're American.
I'm saying you're
I
not.
don't think you're American.
I'm saying you're not
I think you're
American.
I don't think he's American
You're not
either.
on values either. I think you're a little fascisty, a little racisty.
See,
He's not American.
None of them are American.
That guy's not American, man. He's not American. He's not American. He's not Indian. He's not American.
What I'm trying to get you to do to reach a common ground here.
We're not going to reach a common ground because you said I'm not American.
Please try.
I don't think you're American.
I'm saying you're
I
not.
don't think you're American.
I'm saying you're not American due to values.
I don't think you're not American on values either. I think you're a little fascisty, a little racisty.
See, you're using these words. Okay, first of all, I want to say this.
I'm not just throwing them at you. You didn't come sit down. I said
for every conservative that has ever been shut down by leftists like you, for every conservative, for every conservative,
you've already said
for every right
you've already
wing,
said you're
for
not
every
conservative.
Stefan Molyneux,
Oh,
Thomas
more white,
Sowell,
okay.
Nick Fuentes, all of
All
those
right,
people.
all right. In conclusion, he's a dumbass. Next, let's get this dude on here.
Starts talking to you. You don't have an obligation to carry on talking to them. I'm sure you go about your business. Somebody comes up to you in the subway and sits next to you and starts ranting in your face. You're not going to start debating. Everyone here has hygiene standards, as do you. There are people you wouldn't debate, I'm sure, as well.
Okay. So can you please describe why you think Trump is supporting ethnic cleansing of Gaza just because he wants to take over the land there? How does that
And not just take over the land. Kick out all the people. That is the definition of ethnic cleansing.
So isn't ethnic cleansing killing people? Because it seems like you're...
No, you can ethnic cleanse people without killing them. And by the way, they have been killed. More than 50,000 people in Gaza have been killed by the Israelis, by people like Bezalel Smotrich, who said recently, the finance minister of Israel, we are going to Gaza to conquer, cleanse, and remain. We're going to annihilate the place. We're going to disassemble Gaza, he said. We're going to leave it behind as piles of rubble. That's the guy Trump's funding, supporting. That's the guy praising Trump. So yes, Trump and Smotrich are ethnically cleansing Gaza.
I cannot deny that thousands of people are dying in Gaza, but you need to realize why are they dying? Is it possibly that they're attacking another country?
No,
just
the
because
people who are
Israel
dying were
is
not attacking another country.
Just because Israel is killing more Gazans than Gazans are killing Israel doesn't mean Gaza is righteous and Israel is evil.
I never
Now,
said anything about evil or righteous.
Israel
I said
might be-
ethnic cleansing. You said don't have to be killed. I said they are being killed, and the criteria for what's happening to them. If Donald Trump says these people have to leave and never come back, is that not ethnic cleansing? What is your definition of ethnic cleansing?
I would think ethnic cleansing is when you're killing off a large part of an ethnic group.
That's genocide. You're confusing your terms. Ethnic cleansing is removing one ethnic group using a deliberate policy by violence or terror-inspiring means to remove another population, another ethnic group from a certain geographic area. That's the UN definition.
This guy been bodying them all day, bro. He's been cooking them all day. How is he not tired? He's a legend. He's a dumbass. I'm not gonna lie. Especially that opossum dude. Bro, stop doing that, stupid computer.
Trump, can they come back? He said, no, they cannot. That is, I think, I've heard all these. In fact, people talk about white genocide today. You guys are nationalists. How would you feel if somebody came, a president of France came and told you to leave your land and not come back? Would you not feel you'd been ethnically cleansed from your home?
From America?
Yeah.
Well, because my ancestors were settlers here, not immigrants. They actually
Palestinians are not immigrants in Gaza. They are indigenous people to the land.
Didn't Israel just give Gaza the land like a few decades ago?
No.
I'm pretty sure Israel used to have that land.
I'm pretty sure you're wrong. They
1990s.
withdrew from 2005 from the land, but controlled the air. No,
Israel withdrew from Gaza in 2005, but still controls its borders and airspace. Israel withdrew from Gaza.
The borders, the population registry, they controlled what went in and out. It was a prison, an open-air prison. That's not giving
But
them
don't they have
freedom.
a border with Egypt and then the Mediterranean
Yes,
Sea?
and the
So how's that a prison?
Israelis and Egyptians work together because Donald Trump and Joe
Were the
Biden and
Egyptians
Barack
that are
Obama.
Muslim?
Yes, they're funded by the United States. Did you know that Muslim countries do bad things too?
No, I know that they do bad things.
Okay, then so we're in agreement.
All right, pause. You've been voted out. Please return to your seat.
You've been voted out. Go ahead. Go home. Stupid ass.
Oh, wow. Great.
Hello, sir. Welcome back.
See you again, Mehdi. All right, so I agree that Trump wants to do a cleansing, but not an ethnic one, because that area requires a lot of cleansing. Because when you have a population that was taught from early childhood age to hate Jews, Christians, and pagans, you need some serious re-education.
Number one, that's not true. Number two, that's not what he's proposing.
Well, I mean, most Palestinians, by polling number, do support Hamas.
Bro, he's so stupid.
For resisting Israel.
Well, I mean, the thing is, what did they do in the first place that they're in this, what you call open-air prison?
Great question. What did they do to deserve being occupied?
Well, here's the thing, because the Islamic Republic in Iran is using them as a tool.
What has Iran
as a
got
tool,
to do with this?
As a tool for their Islamic expansion.
When did the Islamic...
Because
Hold on. When did the Islamic Republic of Iran... You're Iranian American,
Yes.
I believe.
Yes, I am.
When was the Islamic Republic of Iran founded?
1979.
When was Gaza occupied by Israel?
19... Well, the very first
67.
time. 67, yes.
So, can we do the maths together? 12 years before the Islamic Republic of Iran existed, Israel was oppressing, occupying, dispossessing the people of Gaza. So your argument makes no sense.
Were there any terrorist organizations at the time?
The PLO was considered a terrorist organization by the entire Western world.
All right, so was Hamas there?
Hamas did not exist till the 1980s.
Exactly. My point is, after the Islamic Republic came, it...
Is it time for something more? The change you need could start...
Man, shut up, man. Continue.
It became chaotic because the Islamic Republic started to use what's the so-called innocent Palestinians for their own
So-called innocent Palestinians? You don't think Palestinians are innocent?
Not all of them.
But
Because
what about the 17,000 children who were killed?
They're doing the
17,000 children were killed. Were they not innocent?
Were
they not innocent?
Who's responsible for that?
Israel, who
No,
dropped the bombs on
Hamas
them.
is responsible. Hamas is responsible for hiding in hospitals and making tunnels underneath
So
those
when
hospitals.
children are shot in the head by Israeli snipers are not responsible for that.
Look,
It's a simple question.
Here's the problem.
When Israeli snipers shoot Palestinian children in Gaza in the head, as eyewitness testimony and doctors' testimony proves, that's not the fault of the Israeli snipers.
This is the problem because when you have
The problem is you won't answer the question. I'll ask you a
when-
third time. When Israeli snipers shoot Palestinian children in the head, is that not the fault of Israeli snipers?
Well, you gotta let me finish.
No, you got to answer the question. Fourth time.
Well,
When Israeli
I will
snipers...
get-
Israeli snipers are shooting kids, bro.
shoot
Your answer.
Palestinian children in the
I will
head.
get to your
We're running out
answer.
of time. I need
Well,
to know what you think about innocent children.
because I will
Because what
get
you
to-
said was pretty outrageous. You said
I will
so-called
get to your answer.
innocent Palestinians. For the fifth time, when Palestinian children are shot in the head by Israeli snipers, is that not the fault of Israeli
what did those
snipers?
children do?
What did
they
you
do?
tell me? Did the children deserve to be shot?
Did he just say, what did the children do? He need his ass whooped, bro. Stupid ass mustache you got on. Get him out of here, bro. I don't like it, bro.
Last part, which is I don't support ethnic cleansing in Palestine. I think you're doing a huge disservice to pro-Palestinians when you start allying yourself with all these progressives. I don't think it looks good because you have all these conservatives in here who oppose war, they oppose intervention in the same tradition of Pat Buchanan and all the greates that came
Not
before
Donald
him.
Trump, though, sadly.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. I do agree. I mean, he ran on an anti-war ticket. He said he
lied
was
to
going
you.
to. I didn't.
Because he lies, right?
You gonna let me talk, or you
Sorry.
just want to? Yeah, true. So, I mean, yeah, you keep,
That guy didn't get it one time. All that he making all those faces. He didn't get it one time. Stop doing that. Dang.
Back to Trump, I don't think this is part of his plan. I think this is a plan of lobbyists, and this is not just unique to Trump. It's been a thing since the Democrats. It's been a thing since the Republicans before him. It's been like this since Truman. I don't know if you read like John Mearsheimer's The Israel Lobby or anything like that. Would you agree or disagree with anything like that?
Oh, I agree with Stephen Walt and John Mearsheimer, yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
great. So I'm just wondering, when you ally yourself with all these leftists and you come up here and you argue for immigration, you argue up here that Trump's this bad criminal and this and that, and then you
think Trump's bad too?
I think he's good on some questions and bad on other things. But let me get to my point here: is you ally yourselves with guys like Jewish Voices for Peace and all those guys.
Great people.
Yeah, not really though.
Why?
Because they're self-interested in it.
They're not. By definition,
no,
they're
it
not.
says it on their homepage.
By definition, they're not self-interested, right? They're going against their own
Are you
community.
going to let me talk? On their homepage, it literally says that we are here to segregate Judaism from Zionism. It's very clear they're doing this in their own interest. That's why it literally says Jewish Voices for Peace. They're going to be the good Jews who say that we don't support Palestine. And then what happens is you take all these progressives, you go out there and LARP in the street, and then everyone here who's conservative, they're going to vote for the pro-war candidate because they don't want to be associated with all the
Oh,
liberals.
you're forced to vote for pro-war people. Poor
It's either that or get
conservatives.
replaced in my country. What do you want me to do?
Oh, you and your replacement bullshit.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
You're gonna be the first one. What did he say, bro? Racist ass dude. What the fuck did this dude say?
I said to you, otherwise you'll...
You're gonna be the first one that's going to the promised land. See, bro, these people are just evil ass niggas, bro. I want to see him get up He didn't get up one time. He got so many faces. He got an arsenal of different faces he can make. You should be an actor.
Oh, wow. There's 3 people so far. Let's keep counting. We should be nicer to you, otherwise you'll deport us. What a great argument. This is the free speech debate camp.
Yeah, respect our country or get out.
It's not your country, my friend. It's our country, whether you like it or not.
It's not your country.
I thought Kai was... He smiled, he laughed. We disagreed. He did it I felt
Thank
like it was
you.
Good faith. Let's see.
I appreciate it, Matty.
He seemed to be in good faith. He seems kind of smart. And, you know...
Stop doing that crap.
He's one of the few people who doesn't want to deport me. Or maybe not. We're going to find out.
My claim is we should get rid of birthright citizenship.
Why do you want to get rid of birthright citizenship? And how, by the way? Because you know... It's in the Constitution. I'm so glad you brought this up.
Yes.
Because it was one of my...
The 14th.
14th. I mentioned it to a bunch of your friends and nobody wanted to engage in the 14th.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the 14th Amendment.
Exactly. Yeah, he's the most racist one.
That if you're born here, you're a citizen of the United States.
Yes. And I chose this because it's an extension of the original debate and the immigration debate. Okay. I think birthright citizenship, first of all, when it was originally argued, among the people who were actually voting on the clause, right? It was argued that the birthright citizenship was not automatically extended to everybody who was just born here. And we have a long history of that as well, for example, with the Native Americans, who had particular laws that applied solely to them. What I think we're seeing in this country is not everybody is so similarly under the jurisdiction thereof of the United States, right? And by allowing for birthright citizenship and not interpreting the Constitution as we're legally allowed to and restrict, the automatic citizenship of anybody who's born here, we actually remove the issue, for example, of family separation, because there is no incentive of a family to come over to this country illegally and then have a child, which is contributing to the awful situation we have in America of breaking up families. This is not something that I imagine you or I agree with.
No.
The issue is birthright citizenship has incentivized that.
So even if I were to concede that in some cases birthright citizenship has incentivized that, that, I don't like the phrase anchor babies, but I'm not naive enough to pretend that there are not immigrants who come here and time the pregnancy in order to get. Of course, you and I can agree on that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you then rip up a constitutional principle that goes back centuries, goes back before the 14th Amendment. 14th Amendment came about, I think, in 1868, if memory serves me correctly. But the principle underlying it is actually from another country, the UK, ancient English common law, right? So this was always the case. The 14th Amendment, as you know, because you seem well read, came along.
This guy's racist, bro. He just wants everybody to go back. And you're going back too, because you're not from here either. You go back.
A principle in American and English law that if you're born in the country, you are a citizen. Now, you mentioned the point about jurisdiction. There is that little bit in there where it says subject to the jurisdiction thereof. That in the debate, if you go back and read the debate that the senators had at the time, they were very explicit that that was to do with foreign ministers and foreign ambassadors. Diplomats living in embassies, their kids shouldn't be citizens. Obviously, they're here on their own. The Argentine embassy in DC is Argentine soil. So we accept all that.
Absolutely.
But when they were asked about Chinese immigrants, Senator Trumbull, who was, I think, the chair of the Judiciary Committee back in the 1860s during this debate, he said at the time, Chinese immigrants' children.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style.
Man, shut up.
They're citizens. In fact, 1898, as you well know, we get Wong Kim Ark, Supreme Court.
The Supreme Court, 1898 decision in the United States, Wong Kim Ark upheld the principle of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment, even for children born to non-citizen parents. Yeah, he's just a racist bitch, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He's racist. Very, very, very. People like him do not need to be with other human beings. Like, he needs to go. He's just racist, mad racist. Cause if you're saying you want to take away birth citizenship, bro, that means he wants everybody that's not white to go home or to leave. When your people are the ones that brought slaves to America. Your people brought the slaves to America, and you want to use them and kick them out. Like, he's an evil bitch. I'm not watching this, bro. Look at his face.
Wong Kim Ark.
Sense of the importance of citizenship.
So you would say no one born in this country is a citizen? No one?
Automatically no. Automatically no.
Wow.
I think we could extend that. People who have a heritage in the country.
What are they until they pass the test? Undocumented?
People who have heritage in the country. No, you don't have heritage. It's not your country. It's not your country either. Go back to England. How about that? Go back to where you came from. King George II. Go back.
Suppose, yeah. They are not able to receive government benefits. They're not able to receive government benefits. They're not able to apply for these jobs.
But
that
their
are
parents are
offered.
citizens.
Okay, well, hold on. We're talking here about the way that we would implement it.
Yeah,
What
it's pretty important. If you're trying to get rid of the 14th Amendment, I'm going to ask about the practicalities of it.
And
Because Trump's doing it right
hold
now.
on. And I'm not going to be able to explain it to you in 10 minutes. But what I can explain to you is that right now in this country, we have a crisis of people not hold on. We're not understanding what citizenship is. The way that you've referred to citizenship makes everybody who hasn't come to the United States an undocumented American citizen until the time they come over here.
That's how a lot of countries are, right? You know that birthright citizenship is operated by multiple democracies around the world. I know Trump lies and says we're the only country that does it. He lies. That's not true. Multiple countries.
Do you
have
think it ought to be
birthright
that way? Do you think everybody in the world is an undocumented American?
So, hold on. Well, or undocumented Canadian, or undocumented Brit, right? Or
Yeah,
undocumented.
Sure. Well, I'm an American, so I say America. But yeah,
but I'm saying, right? The principle is you immigrate. We have free
Do you
movement.
believe
People around, I support free movement of people around the world.
But do you believe they're all
Are you Kim Jong Un? You think people should only stay in one country and never leave and be blocked from leaving their country?
I think
that's
there's
a very illiberal and conservative position.
I think there's a big
libertarians.
there's big room to move between being Kim Jong Un and saying that.
Not really.
Hold on.
In practical terms, if you accept,
I gave one side. I want to give the other. There's a big room to move between being Kim Jong Un and saying that everybody in the world is an American. They're just.
All right, guys, that's time.
Nice to meet you, Kite. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Got a big evil smile on his face, bro. Like, I don't like this, bro. Like, I don't understand how people are so racist. Love industry and why modern dating feels broken. People are racist, dude. That guy is racist. If you're a racist, bro, you're evil. I don't care what anyone says. If you hate me because I have a different skin color or because, like, I don't look like you, you need to, like, go to Mars or something. Like, be by yourself, dude. Because you are evil. But